in Topless 200.
Certainly some great action out there in time trials. Let's talk to our pole sitter. We got him in here right now, Rob Warren. A heck of a run for you. Were you disappointed in what you had for the 2 laps combined?
Nah, I knew that the way my car was set up, it was gonna go quick for a lap and get looser, and it sure did. I mean, I just barely touched the brakes going into the corners, and that rear end started jumping around, and it jumped around harder than I expected. But I had already gotten my good fast lap in, so I guess it's definitely good that we're taking the fastest of 4 laps, not the last 2 laps. Worked in my favor. I definitely had to make some major changes to brake bias and such to make a change for later. You know, if we were only doing the last 2 laps. But no, it's a great run for the first finish team. 16.154. I'm not sure what the record is or was.
Well, Rob, it's a new track record. 16.192 was the track record you set in August, and now another new track record for you. So some bonus points for that.
Bonus points are nice, but I've still got about a tenth to go to catch those 2 really fast guys that did that in NASCAR heat. NASCAR heat, a very different animal, and we will run it in the wing season occasionally. But those 2 guys were masters at NASCAR heat, and to run a 16.0 at Oswego in 2 laps in NASCAR heat, that's telling you something. I miss running with them guys. Little ones running around, and when they get a chance to make it in, they'll be welcomed with open arms.
They sure will. Congratulations, Rob, on a new track record and your first Topless 200 pole.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Congratulations on your second place run. That was kind of a shock to all of us, I think. What do you think? You've been working on a short run setup, a pole setting setup?
Honestly, no, I haven't had much time to work on anything, but I made a slight change in the last hot lap session to the Panther bar, and I dialed the wrong amount of brake bias in on the second lap. I think that would have been a little bit better, but really scored on me there, and was able to keep out. Well, I'm very. He's always fast. He's always on the front row for this race, it seems. So, pretty big surprise for me. I don't know if I like being up there or not. Kind of doesn't suit my strategy, I don't think, for tomorrow night. But I'll take it, man. Clean air, as Keith said last night, is king. So that'll be pretty cool if I can do that here tonight. So yeah, it was good. Good time trials tonight, and just appreciate you helping out. And I want to say thanks to RW Woodworking, and I want to say thanks to Ma and Pa G. They're listening in Oswego right now. They've been up there for the last week, getting ready for the International Classic 200, as well as my crew, Shelby D, Sag, Taylor J, Pudge, Smiles, and Nora. Couldn't do it without my family, man. I appreciate them putting up with me, being able to race online. Well, let's talk to Dominic Gioia and find out for sure. We probably know what the answer is here, but let's find out from Dominic Gioia if he is going to take his guaranteed starting position that would put him inside of row number 2. Dom, first of all, congratulations on a great season so far and picking up the guaranteed starting position. Your time trial run, a 5th here tonight with a fast lap of 16.335. Are you surprised? Did you think you had more in the car?
Yeah, there was more in the car, but the driver got too nerved up. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I mean, the setup I used, I ran a 16.178 in practice with it, so the driver got a little bit too nervous out there.
Well, the question remains now with the fifth quick, will you be taking your guaranteed starting position?
Yes, I am. I really don't want to run the hooligan races.
Well, we can't say as we blame you there. Those will be straight up from time trials, but guys have an opportunity to advance their starting position through that or lose starting positions. So you won't have to run that. You're going to be starting third at tomorrow night's Topless 200. Dominic, it's been a real good season for you. How do you feel about your chances for tomorrow night?
I just want to go out there and just log laps, keep my nose clean, and keep the tires on her, and just take whatever comes out there. If I wind up lucking out a win, that'll even be better. But I got a lot of good guys out there. Rob, yourself, Keith, Steve, everybody. So it's gonna be a long race, and just gonna play it lap by lap and see what happens.
All right, Dominic. Well, we'll be watching, and best of luck to you, and you'll be in a pretty good starting spot for tomorrow night's 200.
Thank you very much, Bob. I also want to say hi to Mom and Bob G out there down at the Strongs listening to us. Glad to see you last week at Oswego, and can't wait for all of us to get together at Classic.
Well, and that's the meeting place for all Supermodified fans, the International Classic 200 coming up over Labor Day weekend. You don't want to miss it. It's the granddaddy of all Supermodified races, a 200-lap Supermodified race, the ultimate short track race car being showcased at that wonderful track in upstate New York. Well, time trials have concluded, and Rob Warren takes the pole here for the Topless 200 tomorrow night. Make sure you join us, folks. It's going to be a dandy and a doozy tomorrow evening, and we get rolling a little bit earlier tomorrow night for the Topless 200. Broadcast starts a little earlier because it is a 200-lap race, so you don't want to miss anything. Make sure you're around when we go live at 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. Super's live at 8 p.m. for the 13th annual Topless 200. Practice will run from 7 to 7:45. And then we'll have the qualifying heat races after we go live at 8 p.m. Those will be 12-lap qualifying races. And then final warm-ups that you'll be able to watch here on Super's Live will be from 8:30 to 8:40 p.m. And then driver introductions and pre-race festivities at 8:45, and the green flag for the 13th annual Topless 200 at 9 p.m. tomorrow evening. Right here on our Twitch channel if you're listening in there, but also, of course, on Super's Live when you go to superslive.net/site/live, or just click in and click the Super's Live tab. Well, it's been a fantastic week of racing. Kicked it off on Monday night with the Finale 45, which Keith Powell won. And then last night, the Supers Nationals Wing Supermodified race, which Kyle Clark won. Tonight, Rob Warren sits it on the pole for tomorrow night's Topless 200, and we sure hope that you'll come back and enjoy the race with us here on Super's Live. Before we sign off tonight, we want to remind you again their announcement earlier this evening. The icing's on top. Keith and Cindy Powell will be donating an award for the Supers Triple Crown. It's 3 of the big races. Supers has been doing this since 2008, and this is the first time that we've ever had a sponsor step up to sponsor the Supers Triple Crown. That includes the Topless 200 coming up tomorrow night. And what's so significant about this particular year is that this would be the first time that one driver has won all 3 races in the same season. And that's your pole sitter for tomorrow night, Rob Warren. Rob won earlier this year. He won the All-Star Classic 200 at Star Speedway, and then he went on to close out the wing season with a wing in the Summit Classic 125, and he's got a really good shot at winning the Topless 200 tomorrow night. He could be our first perfect Triple Crown winner. Race